And we welcome in former NHL winger Alan May, who rode in the Capitals championship parade down Constitution Ave in 2018. There will be no parade in Denver yet. There still could be another parade in Tampa. How did the Lightning pull this off in Denver?
A total team commitment to defense. When you look at all the top players for the Colorado Avalanche, did they ever get going? No. Did they ever start to elevate their speed and the pace of the game? No. And I thought Tampa Bay controlled the pace of the game all night long. They had a game plan to stick together, be a five-man unit in all three zones, and just slow down and stifle the Avalanche. The Avalanche's top players, I think they were almost unnoticeable tonight. When you look at McKinnon and Rantanen, Landeskog, they didn't stand out. They were unable to get going. And that's one of the things about when you start winning Stanley Cups in this new era in the lockout age, is that you have to make sure that you're playing great defense. Your goaltender, your defenseman, your system, everything has to be in lockstep. And I thought the Tampa Bay Lightning did an incredible job tonight of being disciplined and staying in the middle of the ice.
Yeah, interesting. You said the first thing you said was a total team commitment to defense. On the other side of the ice, you have Cale Makar, had a goal and an assist. This guy is pretty much a lock to win the Conn Smythe if Colorado wins the Cup. Who would be a Conn Smythe winner if Tampa Bay can come back in this series and take it?
Well, I had Stamkos. I thought he passed everyone in this, and I think the effort and the commitment to every facet of the game. But when it's all said and done, look how great Vasilevsky was again tonight. So it's going to be a tough call. I honestly think no matter what happens in this series, Cale Makar is winning the Conn Smythe Trophy. Win or lose for the Colorado Avalanche, it's Cale Makar. He's been phenomenal. I thought he was excellent again tonight, but he's a defenseman. He can't do all of the offensive surges, all the offensive rushes. He's still got to play some defense, so he's got to hang back a little. And I look at him tonight, I thought he was spectacular once again, but they came up short. But I look at Cale Makar, best player so far in the playoffs all throughout. And really, I don't think it really matters what anyone on Tampa does unless Vasilevsky gets shutouts to win this series.
Pretty amazing. Cale Makar won the Hobey Baker Award at UMass in 2019. No player has ever won the Hobey Baker and the Conn Smythe. Cale Makar is on pace to do that. Alan, how ridiculous is it that that's never happened before?
Well, the big thing and really why it hasn't happened, if you just go and say, well, I can't believe it hasn't happened. The majority of the National Hockey League used to come through the Canadian Hockey League, all three of the junior leagues in Canada. And the NCAA and the American players were shunned forever. And now this is a Canadian kid from Alberta that comes to the UMass and does an incredible job. He was parked in junior hockey for a little while. He comes to UMass, wins the Hobey Baker. They're a phenomenal team. And now most of the National Hockey League's looking at American collegiate players or players that have played in the NCAA. When you look at the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they won the 2 Stanley Cups in 16 and 17, they were by and large players that all played in the NCAA, 16, 17 players each year that contributed to the Stanley Cup. So it's the evolution of hockey. It's the development of the United States youth hockey program and USA Hockey that has it tipping this way, that the NCAA players are all of a sudden a major factor in the playoffs in the National Hockey League.
The other thing that stands out to me with the entire coaching carousel that's going on right now in the NHL is that you have 2 Stanley Cup Final head coaches who basically worked their way up through the minor leagues, the ECHL to the AHL, and now at the top of the game in the NHL. And is it surprising to you that we haven't seen more coaches now making that jump, considering, look, it's a copycat league in every professional sports league? Wouldn't you think some owners would say, you know, we might have a great AHL coach out there that can take us to the promised land?
Well, I honestly believe to be a coach in the National Hockey League, and you know this, I'm a very biased guy, Russ. You and I worked together in years past. And I do believe that you have to coach in the American Hockey League. You cannot go from Canadian Junior. You cannot go from the NCAA right directly to the National Hockey League and be a head coach. You have to bide your time. You have to learn how to communicate with professional hockey players, no matter where they come from, what their background, European, NCAA, Canadian Junior, but I believe that the American Hockey League is so important for the coaching aspect of the National Hockey League. You're coaching young men, guys that start getting paid, they're professionals, and these guys have earned their stripes. Both of these coaches worked their way up. John Cooper, most important time of his life, coaching the American Hockey League. Jared Bednar, he won a Calder Cup in the American Hockey League. Very, very important things. And I look around the National Hockey League, all of the guys that have been there, Craig Berube, all the different coaches that we've had, Barry Trotz, the last few years, all of those guys coached the American Hockey League. And that's such an important aspect in the development of not only the teams, but the coaches and the players.
Add Bruce Boudreau as well, who we both covered. The Washington Capitals had great success with the Hershey Bears before that in Pennsylvania. Game 6 between the Avalanche and the Lightning coming up on Sunday night. How much has the tenor of this series flipped, or do you still think the Avs are in control up 3-2 in the series?
The Avs needed to win this one. I am going to put all my money, if I had any money left in these empty pockets of mine, I would bet that the Tampa Bay Lightning are forcing a Game 7. Once again, they rose up when it needed, and everyone's counted them out, including me, so many different times in the playoffs. Vasilevsky was huge tonight. Victor Hedman was absolutely huge. Nikita Kucherov was all-world dynamite, spectacular in everything that he did tonight. The goal that he scored late, that's a goal scorer's goal. And I think we're going 7. I hope we're going 7. I pray we're going 7. And I really want it to go 7. So, you know what? It's a great move by the Lightning to stick together. And I thought the Avalanche looked uptight tonight. But part of that, you know, they didn't give it away. The Tampa Bay Lightning earned this win in every aspect.
And the Tampa Bay Lightning at least earned a Game 6 on Sunday night. Alan May, thank you so very much. Game 6 is coming your way from Tampa Bay on Sunday night. And the Lightning, when facing elimination in the postseason since 2020, of course, they are unbeaten 4 times. They have stared down the end of their season, and 4 times they have come away with the victory. They'll need to do it again on Sunday night in Game 6, and then again in Game 7 if they are to become a 3-time consecutive Stanley Cup champion. The Colorado Avalanche need 1 win in these last 2 games to take the title.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.